Welcome to Leo Cott's live stream. My name is Leo Cott here, and we are going to talk about Chelsea lose against Manchester City now. Yeah, I've never been so surprised that Chelsea actually lost against Manchester City. Hang on, I need to go. I need to go to the toilet. Hang on, I'll give you a minute or so, guys. Now, you know, right back. So, guys, I'm back. Now we're going to talk about that. With this, some shocking news. I mean, about that. I mean, how on earth did Man City beat Chelsea? I am furious that happened today. Honest to God, like I cannot believe what just happened. What just happened? Like Tottenham lost against Sunderland away. And we were all going to be on the same way, and then we were like, "Oh my God, we couldn't have given up anymore." It was just so unfair. It was really unfair, and I gotta say, Manchester City were really desperate to win that. Servia, hello, please subscribe to my channel. Please like this live stream, please. Welcome to my live stream, by the way. How are you, UK? It's good to see you. Danbert, hello, please subscribe to my channel, please. Please like this live stream, please. Everybody, subscribe to my channel now. As the things get it. Shadow Slayer MC1, hello, please subscribe to my channel, please. Like this live stream, please. Mary, hello, please subscribe to my channel, please. Welcome to my live stream, by the way. How are you, UK? It's good to see you. Hey, Dan Burton, Shadow Slayer MC1, and Sylvia, can you please, all of you, subscribe to my channel, please, if that's okay with you? Yes, I play a little bit of Roblox, definitely. Yeah, all of you, subscribe to my channel now. It's amazing. Yeah. Well, I was not expecting for Chelsea to lose against Manchester City. Like that was that was tough to beat. That was tough to beat if I gotta say this because you know whether it's criticism of the team, Liam Rosina did so well as well, and yeah, it is hard. It is hard, and as like us, you know, we couldn't have done any more better than we should be. We should be going for it after going for it after going for it. As you know now, we nearly had like about a few goals. Like Cucurella's goal was offside, but then again, you know. Dan Burton, hello. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel. That's if that's okay with you. Um we totally deserved to lose against Manchester City because you know what? Manchester City was over the moon. They were possessive on the ball. I mean, Caicedo was absolutely wrecked. Caicedo was absolutely a joke of the game as a result because he kept on giving away. Reggie, yo, hello, please subscribe to my channel, please, if that's okay with you. Welcome to my stream, by the way. How are you, UK? It's good to see you. Hey, Reggie Low, can you please subscribe to my channel, please, if that's okay with you? 20 people on the live stream. Yeah, thank you. 23 people on the live stream. Thank you so much. I Sheeta Bambo Ode 5764. Hello, please subscribe to my channel. Please like this live stream, please. All of you subscribe to my channel now, please. If that's okay with you. Yeah. Welcome back. I mean, it was terrible. It was terrible to see Man City, as you know. Hey, Akashita Bambode 5764. Can you please subscribe to my channel, please, if that's okay with you? And the same with you, Reggie Yo, if that's okay with you. I mean, it was terrible. But then again, you must think, okay, we're going to start without Enzo Fernandez, and then we suddenly drop off in the second half. What were we doing in the second half? I don't know. But it clears to me that was not that type of response that we didn't deserve, and we did deserve it. So I thought, okay, this is gonna be all right, but you gotta accept that. You gotta come and accept that and all that. I'll be live every day for this as a result because I want to get some more subscribers as a result of the live and yeah, I'll be like 20 past 7 every day because well, you know what's going on for Chelsea. But obviously, we do have to talk about that, and obviously, we do have to talk about the loss. I mean, well done to Manchester City, who likely deserved it, and yeah, they were possessive on the ball. They were really good at counter attack football. They were really, really, really good at headers. O'Reilly with the goal. But unfortunately, he got injured because of his hamstring. I'm gutted for him. But yeah, it most of likely come down to this, and obviously it would have been our way, but now we've come to this decision or whatever. But would it be likely to bring it apart and would have been a little bit gentle with the opportunity to do that because our counter-attacking football is like it's like that. But obviously, when we were down there, we weren't really good in possession. I mean, but obviously, what I can say is we have to go a little bit of describing words, right? And we have to make sure that it's okay to go for it, make sure it's all right to do whatsoever, and we can just doubt it, all right? Where there is explanation that we can do, all right? And we can figure this out. And this is going to be a 40-minute live stream. And we're obviously sitting here right now because we're obviously saying, oh, okay, maybe we should have done this, should have done that. But you kind of explain what's going on in the sense of that determination and yeah, I mean it's it's tough and we know it could have been our way, but I mean Manchester City deserved it today as a result because Caicedo was giving the ball away to Jeremy Doku because he was a complete wreck. Um, he was so bad. I mean, everybody was so shocked. I mean, everybody didn't know if Chelsea was going to beat them or no, so I didn't know about that. And then obviously we know we could have counter attacked more, but Chelsea did deserve that, and yeah, just didn't know what to say really. Gutted about them because they obviously they're a really good side, Man City, and they get all the experienced players. That's why they could have signed more players at Arsenal, but. What you're gonna have to take is take credit. You're gonna have to criticism. Obviously, a striker and Haaland is like a little bit scoring goals, but obviously, But it wasn't our way today, and it wasn't that kind of institution or whatever. It was a doubt, a doubt about the injury it cost. There was no Chalobah today as a result, and it was a doubtful. There was no Philip Jurgensen. Now Philip Jurgensen, we're gonna have to talk about here. Why Leon Rosinia hasn't picked Philip Jurgensen, I don't know. But at the moment, I don't think Philip Jurgensen's going to go back into the team anymore because Philip Jurgensen has been offered this team, and I don't know why. But where is Philip Jurgensen now? I don't know. But where you kind of explain this and all of that, and it has been doubt, and you got to explain that. So, it appears to be Philip Jurgensen is on the Denmark national football team and he's still at Chelsea. But why hasn't he got picked? But I don't know because he hasn't got picked for the games that he would like. But born in Sweden, but he plays for the Denmark national football team. So, I mean, what can you do really? I mean, where would this be? Because I mean, Philip Jurgensen is like 23. He's young, but obviously, he's not getting picked or whatever. But I don't feel like the way that Chelsea are being given with the green light to say he wants to go because he's not getting gaming time or whatever. So he needs to have like a game time really about it. But the way it was, everybody didn't expect that, right? And so it happened. It happened at the last minute and said, "Oh, maybe we should have done that." But you can't even explain the way, right? You can't even explain the way, and that's why we could have win today as a result. And it's not the right detail, So, but you gotta accept that, and you gotta say, yeah, come on, we gotta know how to do this, we know how to do that, and all the way it hasn't been our game. It hasn't been our game as a result. And look, we can just say maybe it wasn't our game, maybe it wasn't our day because it wasn't our day because of it. But we gotta come down and accept that, and you know, Germs Lee Fishing. Hello, please subscribe to my channel. Please like this live stream, please. Welcome to my live stream, by the way. How are you, UK? It's good to see you. Hey, Germs Lee Fishing, can you please subscribe to my channel, please, if that's okay with you? But yeah, the prediction was 4-0 to Chelsea, but I did not expect like Chelsea wouldn't give anything of it. So yeah. Hey James Lee Fishing, can you please subscribe to my channel, please, if that's okay with you? But we're lacking possession. Thank you. And it wasn't our best, it wasn't our game, so we were like, oh, okay, maybe we should start this, and maybe we should, oh yeah, maybe we should do this, should do that. But the way we're panicking, and it wasn't Arsenal's way, and it wasn't going to be our game. It was not going to be the game. And, next Sunday, Arsenal, I didn't think that we will win. Really, I don't think we'll win. Because really, we should not have done that at Bournemouth. Because we were so bad against Bournemouth. And we were like, not coming in, not closing them down. And just like, oh my God, we're going to let this in. And then we have a penalty, and then also because it was strike on the arm, by the way, and it literally was like a meter. Now I would say that most penalties wouldn't be given, but I didn't expect the penalty to take it because I know the massive way, and it was hard on yesterday. I thought it wasn't going to be our game, so we were like, okay, maybe we should try things that we want to try, and then all of a sudden we mustn't switch it off because we were like figure it out, and then all this way we shouldn't have switched off, but you can't just switch off. But sometimes in the game, I think you've got to realize what it needs to come down to because otherwise, the game wouldn't have not started anyway, and maybe we shouldn't have not got a goal. But if we do this, and the way we have been doing it, maybe we'll get some more goals and more assists then. Maybe we should do that then. And we were like, oh my God, we're not going to go for it now, are we? We're just saying, okay, maybe we should try a different formation, because we are literally good. Nina Vlogs 24, hello, please like this live stream. It'd be appreciated if you like this live stream. Welcome to my live stream, by the way. How are you? You guys, good to see you. But now I've got to realise what it is, because it is kind of a really good way. Sometimes it might be a bad way. But, what we got to say is we got to come down and accept that. Because I was fuming earlier because we weren't going to be good enough to win, and we weren't good enough to win against Manchester City because they were dominating in the second half, and then we were dominating them in the first half. All of a sudden, we were like that's going to be the same as Arsenal being really bad against Manchester City. That's good. But this way, we could have gone all this way to not closing them down, to being really bad. And nobody would expect that. Nobody would expect that result. If it wasn't for Caicedo being bad over the past week. Now, I understand that Chelsea, what they've been going through with Enzo Fernandez and everything like that, but we've got to explain this. We've got to understand what is causing Enzo Fernandez game ban, all right? Because he said he didn't want to go to. He said he didn't want to be in the club anymore, all right? This Chelsea club. But he wanted to move to Real Madrid. And he apologised to this club, and he apologised to Chelsea, and it was the right decision for. I guess it's a player that's disciplined, and it makes the right whole story, because we know that he should have not bring that up recently, because we know he's been very, very, very bad, but also again we have a look with them to make it fair on the point, right? Because we need this on the point, and then we could explain more with it, because maybe if we can get some more experienced players, like young talent, with the player, with Ryan Kavuma McQueen, we should have had him, on the Premier League game today to call him up because he was absolutely really good talent. Because he was very, 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 very good against Port Vale. But again, you would just see you're going to beat small clubs because you wanna take responsibility. And I know that for a fact, if Manchester City would realise to win that game, then it's all gonna go down to Chelsea then. It's all gonna go down to Chelsea as a result. But what I've been saying is if you want to go to Chelsea, then that's fine. If you want to stay at Chelsea, that's perfect. But what Enzo Fernandez has bring that up as, oh, I want to go Real Madrid or somewhere like that, because I don't feel like right in this club anymore. And his dream was like Real Madrid, but Rodri is going to be doing Real Madrid. So I don't know if Rodri is going to go to Real Madrid or no, because I don't feel like the club want him to do it, and yeah. I feel like I can understand why, because he'll play in the Premier League, alright, he'll play in the Premier League, but he'll play in the La Liga instead because he was so bad. No, he was so good. He's so good that he's a really good CDO. Like, I know last season he wasn't there, but this season he's been okay. But start of this season, he was injured. Now I can understand why, but the fact with the title race is, what are you gonna do? Are you going to do this forever? And are you going to let Man City win? Or if Manchester City lose against Arsenal, they're gonna win. But if you're gonna win against Manchester City, you have to be strong team. You have to be a strong team in at Arsenal. You have to be a strong team against Manchester City. You have to be a strong team. These are the reasons why that Manchester City would have to beat Arsenal, because they're going to be 6 points behind. But they want to win every single game. I can understand that, and everyone understands that, all right. But if you want to do like a tie race or something like that, that's fine. But I can understand why. But I feel like you want to give the game away to Man City and just like say, oh, okay, maybe we should give it away, and maybe we should not. We should panic at the same time as what's going to happen in the first place. It's going to doubt your feelings. It's going to doubt your feelings why this is happening, because in this title race, you won't go, oh, maybe we shouldn't have done that in the first place because we're so bad. But then again, you might have to go for what it's expecting to do. Now, I do think, right? I do actually think that every single one of the players I understand for, and they're very, 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 very good, right? So in their minds, they can just turn things around. I am saying I am saying that they could turn things around. Maybe Chelsea, maybe Arsenal, maybe they wouldn't have been having such a bad game. Like Arsenal lose like 3 games in a row, and we just total very bad. From going totally bad to the worst thing ever. Logic Football, hello, please subscribe to my channel, please like this live stream, please. Welcome to my stream, by the way. How are you? UK, it's good to see you. Hey, Logic Football, can you please subscribe to my channel, please, if that's okay with you? But then again, I can understand why that Manchester City would likely to win the Premier League, and I think Arsenal would regret it. And I don't think that this is going to be with Manchester City or anything like that. It's not even their exact fault, Arsenal, but it's just something that they have. It's like injury after injury after injury after injury after injury. You know, um, but I'm pretty sure that I know for a fact they've got certain amount of players that they want to play in, and that's fine. And that's fine if the players want to play, and you've got to do this all the way or whatever. It's fine to play with these players, but what you're gonna do is like Rio Angamoa is such an experienced talent at Liverpool that he dribbles right, and you can get him. And how much of a regret would Chelsea to let him go to Liverpool? And now he's become a sensational teenager who's 17 years old and 225 days. That's costed Chelsea loads of money to get to spend to be a ball drop, really. But if I was saying this and it's going to be exactly right, I think it would. I think it would, because more important fact, it would be down to Chelsea. It might be down to Arsenal. But what you could experience is if you have Max Damon, who is about 16, and having a 15-year-old who's having a really good talent in the Arsenal, like under 19s or something like that. Like 14-year-old Mooney is Luis Munoz, right? He is a 14-year-old gem, and I think he should be playing the Premier League when he's about 14 or 15. I reckon 14, because even though could a 14-year-old play in the Premier League? Could a 14-year-old be a sensational star? I think he would, and I think he'll be the right team. But what you experience in the way is you have talented players who are a very, very good talent. But what you also got to realise is you have to take time to do it. You know, if they're being good enough. If Max Damon gets called up in the Premier League squad, I think that's a sensational way to do it. And somebody like if Max Damon goes to the World Cup, which I think he would, like if it gets too more pressure on him, maybe it could happen. Maybe it could happen. We don't know yet. And then all of a sudden, could it happen because of some Premier League games? But could we know why? Could we know why as a result? And I think it will happen. I think it will happen because of sensational things going into it or whatever. And it is that type of place that we want to do. And I think you got to start bringing talents up or whatever. There's no point in going for it, right? And we up for this moment, and we've got to have some experienced players who can adjust a little bit going forward. Now I can understand why, and I reckon Arsenal would be a really good talent, right? And even if you do it, you more than have to do it. YouTube, if you don't stop spamming me like that, I swear to God, I won't be having it anymore. And you know, but this is why Arsenal have got to stop following the league. But I'm fed up with YouTube about doing this. It says your YouTube channel has been removed due to a change in video settings. I don't care anymore, so you know what, YouTube, you are an absolute disgrace about that. YouTube, can you leave me alone about it? Because It's not the right for you to like. It's not the right for you, YouTube, to not like to remove my videos. It's not acceptable for no reason whatsoever. Tristan Thompson, hello. Please subscribe. Please like this live stream. It'd be appreciated if you like this live stream. Welcome to my live stream, by the way. How are you, UK? It's good to see you. But most likely that if do this type of thing, right, and if you know what's going to happen or all that, you might be saying, oh, well, we're going to experience your talents to show what you could do it. Oh, I'm not sure. My favourite song would be I As Milk by Post Malone and Morgan Wallen. But if you're saying this because you want to win the league, just go for it. Like, what can you do to win the league, and what can you do to have some experienced players who are young, who are exceptional, brilliant, talented players like you guys, obviously, like Max Stelman, Rio Engamoa, Esteval, obviously Kafuma McQueen, and you gotta have some experienced players, and you can do that. So I obviously don't know how this has happened, because all you guys know is how does it do that? How does it do that? How does it do that? But it's just absolutely crazy. And you know what? Because it would have been nice if that wouldn't happen. Like, if Manchester City wouldn't be paying up on Chelsea like that. But to put the pressure on Arsenal would be. But this is why you gotta accept the fact that you are here. You're very talented players, and you could accept that. You could accept what you could deserve, and maybe to give them a little bit of advice. You could give them a little bit of credit or whatever, but you could obviously do it, because obviously your players are very, 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 very talented, and what you can deserve is, and you are so deserved, and honestly, eh, like, the challenges with the players, I know how much it feels, because obviously that way is you have to accelerate what you can and do. Like, I know of some really good players and all that, but you could. But maybe you could do that. Newcastle United versus Chelsea 1-0. Oh, Newcastle United versus Chelsea 2-0. Newcastle EFL. My name is Tristan, and I'm so sorry that my Newcastle, for now I'm showing you this, That's all right. Don't worry. It's fine. Listen, it's all okay because I could accept that because it's very hard with Chelsea going back to worse, but it's we gotta calm down and accept that we can't like throw the game away, and it's going to be really hard if we do lose the games, and obviously we've got to stop doing it because obviously we've gotta sort this out and we've gotta pay the price, but even though if we did deserve that, that's fine. But obviously, I'm not having to go at you lot or anything like that. I'm having to go at Manchester City and YouTube for laying me down at some point because today, I know you guys weren't done anything wrong, but it's all on YouTube now. And I'm talking about YouTube because YouTube has been really, really, really disgusting to me since like day one that removed my old channel and everything. So I'm not blaming you guys, but I'm just like, we're not here to blame anyone. But I'm just saying, like, this wouldn't have been happening, and what I've got to explain this, why I've got to explain it. Sorry, my friend just texted me. But obviously, I do understand what's happened about Chelsea, about everyone else. But what I've got to say is, what can Chelsea do without anything else, really? Because we kind of deserve what we deserve, and that's true. And that's true because honestly, if we did deserve that, then it would pile the pressure on Chelsea and Arsenal. But we gotta accept that. If we gotta accept that, then that's fine. We can take criticism and everything like that. Because either we're going to lose against Manchester City like that, and it'll be 3 point gap, or if we do a little bit better, maybe we should do that instead, and maybe we shouldn't have done that. Because it's whatever it takes. It could be okay, but with that performance, like Manchester City have been dominating in the second half. Like we tried to be dominated in the second half, and then all of a sudden we couldn't give anything else. Really, we just switched off today, and it would have been, it would have been acceptable really to do it in a choice really because even though we did do it on purpose, we would have realised what we have done. But you know, but we've got to sign more players like Chelsea and Arsenal. I've got to sign players in the summer. I can understand that, and Arsenal needs serious help because we need to have a look at the young players. We need to have a look at the players that we need to sign. Derek Osannaga, hello, please subscribe to my please like this live stream, please. Welcome to my live stream, by the way. How are you, UK? It's good to see you. Hey, Derek Osannaga, can you please subscribe to my channel, please, if that's okay with you? Please like this live stream, please, if that's alright with you. But I couldn't understand why. And this is, I'm not blaming you guys or anything like that. I'm just blaming the fact that Manchester City are beating Arsenal because I didn't want them to do that in the first place, which I completely understand why. But my favourite would be Arsenal. Thank you so much for the sub today, you guys. But I'll tell you what, we need to be Manchester City because otherwise we'll be out of the title race, and it will be look like to get a 3 point gap at some point, and it will be like next Sunday. It'll be really hard. But obviously, I know how it feels. I can understand why, and yeah, I mean, I'm not blaming you guys for anything. But thank you for the sub, Derek. So yeah, Guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully, see you tomorrow. Like, subscribe, and comment. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.